Hey, Andrew.
Hey, Justin.
Okay, I know we're a Kitchener Rangers podcast, but we are both NHL fans.
And the whole shtick was that the two of us were going to bond over the Kitchener Rangers because
we're rival NHL fans.
That's right.
And Andrew, being an Edmonton Oilers fan, and thus me being a Calgary Flames fan, it's been a big week for our teams, and tonight we're recording on Wednesday is the first game for both of our teams this season, and also it's a Battle of Alberta. And your captain signed a crazy, like literally crazy contract.
Literally the most team-friendly deal, I think, in the history of sports in the salary cap era.
You're welcome, billionaires.
3 more years. 3 more years. At least. It basically says to me that he's staying. He's staying. And the cap is going up in 3 years.
Yeah.
That's when he can get paid.
He'll get a 20.
Or he can leave and nobody can say anything because he literally did everything he could to get the city of Edmonton a Stanley Cup. So no one can say anything. I'm proclaiming it here right now. If he leaves, he can leave. We won't be burning jerseys. We won't be soiling his name. We won't be burning anything. We won't be booing him. Yeah. He can leave.
Yeah.
But he won't. So
he can't get the John Tavares.
Bottom line is, where is he gonna find the cactus clubs? All right, the cactus clubs are only in Western Canada, so he's a big cactus club guy.
Yeah, he looks it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a team-friendly deal. They went and signed Jake Wallman to $7 million.
7 years.
I'm like, okay.
And they just got Ekholm on a team-friendly deal.
Yeah, that's a team-friendly deal.
That was great,
yeah.
and it doesn't have a terrible term for an older guy.
Yeah,
and
they picked up Connor Ingram off like the sweetest of deals.
Yeah, they got full retention for literally nothing. From
Utah. I know, and it's just take them off our hands, essentially. I was like, okay.
Uncle Gary said maybe they're
do
allowed.
You do drugs in Utah, and they're like, get out.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
So, there you go. Andrew's happy, Justin's sad. By the time you're listening to this, you'll know who is happy and sad after the game tonight.
The last 2 years, they've lost by 6 or more goals to the Vancouver Canucks to start the season. So I'm not expecting a great start. That's just what happens.
There's no one to score goals for the Flames right now.
Okay, so we could just be looking at a long,
but maybe the best future goaltender.
Yeah,
so,
well, maybe we can't put some respect on Mika Kiprasov's name. Okay, all right, let's
the best.
I'm doing drugs.
Cue the intro music.
Welcome to the AudPod, where we're talking Kitchener Rangers hockey with the oddballs themselves, Andrew and Justin. Take it away, fellas.
All right, back to Kitchener Rangers land.
I'm back. I'm getting focused.
We're in. Okay, yeah, like we said, it's Wednesday, so they are playing Flint. What time is it? It is 6:45. They play Flint in 15 minutes.
Yeah, so they're probably out. They've already been out warming up.
Yeah, they're back in the locker room. The juice is giving them...
Juicing them up.
Whatever happens in there.
I don't know.
I don't know what
really
happens
quiet?
on the road. Because he can't throw them all in the sauna for 10 minutes before.
That's true. He would never do that before. He wants them hydrated. But after, I don't know.
We don't know.
He looked really mad after the last game, and they won. So
there were some tricky things that happened in that game, but
questionable calls.
We'll get to that. But before we get into that, our dear friend of the pod, Sean Fafaro,
dear friend,
he pulled us aside on Friday night. So we released the episode in the morning. Sean already listened to the episode, had notes. Pulled us aside.
Very helpful notes, though. Not critical notes that made us feel bad. Notes that were like, here's the information you're looking for. Essentially, we talked about players not being allowed to return to the OHL, but that is not the case at all. The only thing...
didn't know.
Yeah, we didn't know. The only thing that there is that kind of affects players returning is that after 10 games in the NHL, their entry-level contract kicks in, and so a year of that gets burnt. So realistically, nobody ever comes back. It does happen sometimes, but realistically, you don't want to be paying a player to be playing junior hockey, so they don't really ever come back after that. Although it has happened. Sean actually said it does very rarely happen that AHLers and NHLers would come back, but it's mostly a contract thing. It's not a rules thing.
Yeah.
It's not a legal thing. It's not once you're professional, you can never whatever. It's just literally the 10 games is when the contract kicks in.
So we were talking about this in regards specifically to Ando. So Ando, of course, is up with not the Belleville Bulls, the Belleville Sens.
Yeah. Yeah, we know it.
We know. And so he's up with that team. What that means is he has signed his entry-level contract. We don't know when that starts. It is that 10-game limit in the same way that the NHL is. So presumably if he makes 10 games in Belleville, he will stay in Belleville.
But he could come back.
But he also could come back. We're not crossing him out of the lineup.
It's
yet.
not off the table.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be unheard of.
Because we still have an overager spot available.
Exactly.
There's essentially he's got 10 games. Their first regular season game is on Saturday. So we are going into week 4 of this season for us in OHL land, but he has not even started those 10 games yet. We got a little bit of time. They do go faster in the AHL than they do in the OHL.
Right.
But yeah, here we are.
It'll be interesting. Honestly, it's one of those things that the defense has not looked bad at all. The defense is very deep this year.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Ando. We saw pictures of him in Belleville Sens uniform today.
He got an assist in one of the preseason games.
He looks right at home.
Yeah.
Realistically, if the best thing for him is to go off and be eventually an Ottawa Senator, that's what I'm for.
I noticed he has a little extra chin fuzz.
There you go.
Going. So,
there you go. So he's becoming a man.
Yep.
That's what happens. That's what happens in the AHL. Okay?
Yes.
You'd be lucky. The longer you stay there, you start to lose hair, I think, up here.
So get to the NHL as soon as possible.
Yeah.
So thank you, Sean, for schooling us in some rules and not rules that we were putting on.
Rules that weren't ever a thing.
We were creating rules that didn't exist. Okay, game 1, the only game we're recapping this week because, as we mentioned, they're playing Flint tonight. So next week we got 4 games to talk about.
Yeah, because the one tonight will also be recapped.
Yeah,
remember, Justin, because remember last year.
I know. I
would
always
forgot to recap a game.
I always forget when we have the recording issue.
Yeah, the timing issue.
The timing issue.
The turnaround problem.
Correct.
As it were.
Okay, so game 1, only game. Owen Sound, Friday night at the Aud.
What a game.
4-3 win. Whew. And the Juice was pissed after.
Yeah. Or so he looked like it. He might have been happy. I don't know. Because realistically, who can tell? Who can really say?
Yeah, exactly. Rangers came out, like a thing that we've talked about so many times, slow starts already, is that didn't happen in this game.
No, they looked very focused. They took exception to what happened in Owen Sound.
Yep.
And they were like, that's not going to happen tonight.
Yeah. As a reminder, they had lost 5-3 only 5 days previous to this to Owen Sound in Owen Sound.
5-2? 5-3?
I think it was 5-3.
Okay.
But I could be wrong. Tell us in the comments. I love how we always bring up tell us in the comments. Normal content creators are like, here's an opinion.
Yeah.
Tell me what you think about it. We always say, look up in the comments factual things that we could easily look up
right now.
In this moment.
I could Google it right now.
You could Google it because you have a computer right in front of you. But we're not going to.
Pretty sure I could click this twice. It was 5-2. Yep.
Isn't that what I said? No.
Anyway,
Tell us in the
that game. Enough about that game.
Yeah, they came out right away. Owen Sound. They're a little bit of the power play merchants of the OHL right now.
The PP merchants.
They got, of their 8 goals they have against Kitchener in 2 games, 7 of them are power play goals. So
4 in the first game, 3 in the second game.
Yeah.
It's okay. So that's what they're about.
That's what they're about.
Which, you know what? That's part of it, right? We've talked about it on this podcast before. Special teams is usually the difference when you have 2 really good teams playing against each other. So we're not going to be sour grapes here. It's just that some of the calls.
Some of the reasons they had power plays. Curious.
In this game especially.
Yes.
I'll say they were undisciplined in the first game against Owen Sound.
Yeah.
In this game, I don't know what some of those calls were. When we're already here, and it's only October, and we're already, what are some of these calls?
We heard someone call them ghost calls.
Yeah.
And I like that.
Yep.
It was like, something happened, and We're not really sure what or why or how.
Yeah,
And,
there was a Tanner Lamb high sticking call.
yeah, we're not even sure he was on the ice.
I don't know, 37. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it was 37. Yeah.
Yeah, so there was that. Going back to the penalty kill, which would be the thing that is giving these up right now.
Yeah.
It's so vastly different because, of course, we saw in the Windsor series, we went 0 for 27 on the penalty kill.
They couldn't do anything.
No.
Yeah.
And but Owen sounds a kind of a thing right now.
Yeah,
We're talking about players on that team.
They're having a moment.
They're having a moment.
Yeah.
They started out strong. Kitchener did give them their first loss of the season. They did go to lose their second game of the season the next night.
I haven't been an OHL fan for very long, but
Yeah.
I can tell you it seems like Owen Sound plays hard every game.
Every game. And they got some skill. Like, I was looking up buoy.
Yeah.
You really don't say the...
You
it's
don't
just
say
buoy.
the M. It's
I
just
know, but I
buoy.
really want to get into that.
Buoy.
Buoy.
Yeah, no, it's just buoy.
It's just buoy.
Great player, by the way.
He's so good. Like, he's already being talked about as a first-round draft pick in 2026
Yeah.
for the NHL.
Yeah.
If he
Like,
keeps
he's
playing like this,
Yeah.
like, that's... Like, he could be a top 10 pick.
Oh, for sure. I think there's like a player there that like could make a jump because we've seen he was a true 16-year-old last year.
Yeah.
So that was incredible on its own. I'm excited to see what he does. I just didn't like that he was as efficient as he was and effective as he was against the Rangers.
Yeah.
But they still lost. So the Rangers still got what we needed.
Yeah.
However, yeah, Pierce Buoy on the power play is a problem.
He's a deal, man.
Yeah.
And Harry Nancy, too. Like, the two of them together.
Another good player.
Yeah, they're
Which
lighting it up.
He threw a hit. Harry Nancy threw a hit in this game.
Against our dear beloved captain.
Yes. And it was a dangerous hit.
It was.
I don't know how much of it was like mean-spirited, like I'm trying with intent to injure. It's a play you don't make because
it's dangerous.
It's dangerous. So we don't need to really discuss it beyond that. I felt like there wasn't really retribution. There was a lot of talking in this game from Owen Sound, specifically one player in particular. I'm not going to name names, but he's the smallest player on their team. And a lot of talking out of this individual. Really good player. It's like small dogs, right? A lot of yapping, right? Yeah, a lot of yapping. So wasn't a fan of that because they dogged the Rangers a little bit into some of that. It didn't end up bothering the Rangers in the result of the game.
Yeah.
But there was a little bit of this tension that I was like, you know what? Like, I think as the season goes on and Owen Sound again, just try and stay away from that and try and just start filling the back of the net with pucks, which is easier said than done with Carter George.
Yeah.
But enough about these Owen Sound guys.
Well, we saw it last game.
Yeah.
We saw the Rangers, like, Owen Sound got into the Rangers' head a little bit.
It sure did.
And the Rangers came out prepared for what happened in the last game.
Yeah.
And Owen Sound pivoted to a new way to try and get in the Rangers' head.
It's true.
And that seems to be like Owen Sound's game right now.
Yep.
Is that they are winning because they are encouraging the opposing team to take penalties,
Pestering.
and then they score a lot on the power play. So
yeah, it's like the Corey Perry school of hockey kind of thing. You pester and pester and hope that you draw penalties on undisciplined plays. It predates Corey Perry. Don't get me wrong. He was one of the guys who did it very well in the NHL.
The worm.
Yeah. The good thing was the offense was clicking, even though the power play wasn't necessarily clicking for the Rangers. And they did have 6 power play opportunities, so I'm not complaining too much about the refereeing.
No, yeah.
It's just that there was some weird choices made with giving the Rangers an extra 2, and there was just weird stuff.
There was a lot of offsetting penalties that had no reason to be offsetting penalties, especially in the third period.
Exactly. But the good stuff was that Luca Romano came out and got it started pretty early on, right?
Did he?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Did Luca Romano put that puck in the net?
Well, that's right. That's right. No one really knows how that puck got in the net. Sheer will, gravitational force put that puck in the net.
Let me dance you through this one here, Andrew, for our audio listeners.
Yeah. Please describe whatever this was.
First of all, this goal, I accredit 98% of it to Tanner Lamb.
For sure.
He knocked down the puck at the Rangers' blue line and then completely just evaded all defensive pressure, crashed the zone, got deep, had an amazing pass to Luca Romano, who shot it at Carter George, who stopped that puck, but then he bobbled it a little bit.
Yeah.
And then, dear friend of the pod, Noah Roberts.
I didn't realize it was him.
We may remember him from last year.
Oh, Noah.
As our dear teddy bear toss friend.
The joy you've brought us from Brantford to Owen Sound.
Just couldn't be happier for you. He tried to help and deflected it into the net.
It was a weird one, too. It looked like it happened like in slow motion when it was happening.
For sure.
Yeah.
We know Carter George is a very good goalie. Like, it just caught him in such a way that he thought he had it in his glove and it just shot out of his glove.
It was weird.
And then,
but that as a testament to Luca Romano's release.
For sure. It was a great shot. I don't want to take that away from him.
Yeah.
But Luca Romano did not immediately put that puck in the net.
No. He got some help. They all count the same.
They all one on the board for Luca Romano.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, so it's 1-0 pretty early. They're buzzing. It looks good. It probably could have been a wider lead for the Rangers.
For sure.
Absolutely. Of course, this is when the power play stuff starts clicking for Owen Sound. They get one back.
Yeah.
But only a few minutes later, Christian Humphreys has an absolutely beautiful goal. What a game he played.
Yeah, he had a killer game.
He's looked good since he's been back.
Yeah, for sure.
He is, and you know what? I feel like there's hype around Pridham, there's hype around Lamb, there's hype around Ellenis coming back. There's lots of hype. Christian Humphreys is one of the best players, most skilled players on the Rangers, and it's not even to be argued.
No, yeah.
And he is out there giving it his all. He chose to be here.
Yep.
And he chose to stay. So we stan Christian Humphreys and everything that he's doing.
Forever and
but
always.
He had 2 goals in this game, and both of them were just like...
I actually couldn't separate them apart because they were both so beautiful and similar.
Yeah.
And it's you get one of those and you're like, whoa, highlight real goal. And then you have 2 in the same game where you have to really think about which one was which.
Which one was which. It was funny because I think the OHL posted a highlight of like his goal.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think I like the other one more. But that's just the one that like someone saw and clipped and was like, this is a beautiful goal.
They were both just so beautiful.
Yeah. An abundance of beauty. Yes. Our dear friend Cameron Arquette basically finishes off the first period in the last 35 seconds with another goal. That's his 3rd of the year. Arky breaking out.
5 games.
The AudPod, we called it. Yeah. We said last year, you can go back, and we said that he was going to be a breakout candidate. Yeah. I didn't think it was going to happen this fast.
No, this is, he took that seriously.
And the boys we interviewed after the game told us he's just a workhorse.
Yeah, for sure.
He just works so hard, and you can see it out there, and it's coming for him.
Yep.
Yep.
So right before that goal was when Cameron Reed got hit. We talked about that already. So he left the ice. He was not on the bench. It did not look ideal.
No, it looked bad.
It looked bad.
He was favoring that one leg, and we didn't know if he was going to be able to walk down the tunnel. He could.
He did. So and then he didn't come out to start the second period, but he did show up about 5 minutes in.
Yeah.
That was a real stressful 5 minutes.
It was. What I was actually worried about was that they were going to get really undisciplined again.
Yes.
And the wheels were going to fall off
just go after
against
Harry
this
Nancy.
team. Yeah, exactly. Which I get it. You want to, for lack of a better term, collect the pound of flesh or whatever, but at the same time, win the game. Yep. We talked about this with Erie last year, right? Is they love to yap. They love to try and get under the Rangers' skin. Just win the game. Yeah. Yeah. It's 3-1 after 1. The captain's not back. He comes back. And shortly after that, they get a little boost with a goal, the second goal from Christian Humphreys, which we talked about. Yep. Beautiful from Jack Pridham. Pridham had 2 assists in this one.
Yep.
He's all over the place. He couldn't buy one, but he had so many good scoring chances. Yeah. He could have easily had another goal.
Yeah.
He was one of those where I was like, oh, Pridham doesn't have a goal yet. And then I checked the score sheet, and I was like, but he has 2 assists.
And also, I feel like that's been every game. Pridham could have had 2 or 3 goals every game. Yeah. And it's okay.
Yes.
We've also played some very good goaltenders so far.
That's true.
So
no slouches.
Yeah, and I don't want to say anything bad about any goaltenders were going to play, but I think the quality, there is a drop in quality of goaltenders over the next few games.
For sure.
It's okay. Maybe Pridham's some of those hardworking shots that he took that got stopped.
Yeah.
May not get stopped against some of these future goaltenders.
Absolutely.
So
And Carter George are good goalies.
the OHL podcast mentioned them as probably the two best goaltenders for the season.
Right. So
Going in. So this was before they had even played a game.
yeah.
And we've experienced that.
Yep.
Owen Sound did push back at this point.
They did.
And Christian Kirsch showed
Yeah,
up.
He sure did.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
some pretty epic stops. So I think it was after we got the 4-1 goal.
Yeah. Yeah. And that second period,
Yeah.
It wasn't so much that the Rangers lifted their foot a little bit. It was just that Owen Sound is a scrappy team, and they had some power plays, and they're going to get their chances, and they're going to push, and they're going to push. And I made the joke about a yappy dog, but they were definitely dogs.
Yeah.
And if you back them into the corner, they get aggressive and they go for it, which I appreciate as a hockey fan watching it. Owen Sound does not roll over.
No.
So it was a interesting second period because they get a goal in that second period. So it's a 2-goal game going into the third.
Yep.
And then in the third period, they get halfway through, they get another power play because there was some weird calls.
Yeah.
Now, before we get into this, because they don't get another one, the time expires. Rangers win 4-3.
Yeah. It felt like the Rangers should have won 4-2, and then there was some weird penalty calls that allowed them to get a third goal.
And I wasn't like sweating that they were going to blow it. So
No, it didn't feel like it.
There's a vibe in a hockey game that you can, if you watch enough hockey, you can pick up on just this vibe of momentum.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like they were clutching and holding on.
No.
Maybe they got a little conservative, but I think that was by design.
Yeah, I think the third period they did come out and they did intend to play a defensive game that was not really about getting any more goals. It was just about stopping any more goals from going in the net.
Absolutely. And I think somebody who was majorly responsible for that was our friend Jakub Chromiak.
Yes.
He played lights out. He's now the sole overage defenseman on the team.
Yep.
With the departure of Ando. And he looks like, I know that Cameron Reed is the leader, but I think Chromiak brings this like steady, stay at home, like he can settle things down.
Yep.
He just settles things down. Cameron Reed is electric, right? Like he's out there and like you see him skate and you're like, this is incredible, right?
Yep.
Chromiak, it's like if you don't notice him, that's because he's been doing his job. And then when you do notice him, it's because he's taken the puck away, and it's real understated. It's good plays, and like the way he takes the puck away and the way he breaks up chances. If you're really watching him, if you're down at a game, just watch Chromiak on a shift. He's doing a lot of stuff positionally to take away chances from the other team.
There were a couple of moments in this game where I was watching him specifically because I had started to get this feeling that every time he was on the ice, good things were happening.
Yeah.
But it wasn't because I noticed Chromiak doing anything. It was like the absence of Chromiak was like what highlighted me watching him. And there was a moment in the second period where there was a shot on Kirsch and Kirsch got, I think it was a pad save, and Kirsch couldn't lean over and grab the puck. He was trying to smother it and he couldn't do it. Owen Sound was like collapsing in on the net, and Chromiak, he just got his stick in. He poked the puck to the corner, and that could have been a goal. That could have not been a goal. Kirsch could have got over there and got it or whatever.
Yeah.
But he just neutralized that immediate threat, and he's just so aware of what's going on around him. There was another moment, I think it was in the third period, where there was a rush chance developing, and Harry Nancy was in, Bowie was in, like the top guys on that team were crashing in. And Chromiak he saw Nancy going for the puck. It wasn't a dirty hit or anything like that. Nancy was reaching for the puck, like very reasonable to throw a hit, and he didn't hit him hard. He just pinned him against the board for an extra second.
Yeah.
And it just totally took Harry Nancy out of that play. And nothing ended up developing because the rest of the Rangers were able to regroup, grab the puck. Like there was no support for Bowie. It was just neutralized through just an extra second. It was great.
Absolutely. Most of what Jakub Chromiak brings is not going to make a highlight reel.
Yep.
Because Chromiak makes the easy play.
Yeah.
He makes the easy play. Poke it into the corner. Is it
It's
Is
not
it
a
hard?
sexy
Is it
play.
harder to pick up the puck from the crease next to the goalie and skate it out and make an outlet pass and possibly set up a scoring chance of your own? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And there's a lot that can go wrong there.
Yeah, there's a lot
He
of
doesn't
risk.
do that.
Yep.
He says, you know what? Let's just get this away from the net, and then now we can deal with it over here.
Yeah.
It's the smart play. It's the easy play. It's the high percentage play. Like you said, literally taking Harry Nancy out of the rush, literally just not holding him, not getting an infraction, but just getting him up against the boards and slowing him down just enough that now this play is not developed.
Because
Right?
he could have hit him hard,
Oh, sure.
and Nancy could have bounced off that and been back in.
It's one of those things too. If you commit to the big hit, you can miss.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
like things can go wrong. You can take, and then you've taken yourself out of the play.
Yeah.
Whereas if you just make an easy play, and it results, especially when you're leading the game,
Yeah.
making easy plays is the smart play.
Yeah, we cannot talk higher about Chromiak in this game specifically, but in the last season too. Like we've seen him be this guy the whole time.
Absolutely. Andrew McNeil had a great little play as well. He had a pass breakup that I thought was pretty important in the second period.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's leading by example of somebody like Chromiak. These guys watch on the bench. They're in practice with these guys. You start to realize that you don't necessarily need to be a hero on every shift. And not only that, like realistically, a lot of them don't have the ability to be a hero on every shift.
Oh.
Right? You have these unbelievable electric players like Cameron Reed who can just turn it on and suddenly, like I called him like the Allen Iverson on the ice, where it's just like he can make a play out of anything, right? But that's not realistic for most players, even though in your mind, I'm sure you're thinking, I was the best player in my AAA under 15 league, and I could do that there. This is the OHL might be different now. Like your time will come. Just make the easy play.
All right, now that we've touted all these guys,
And the Flint is making its way into us.
Flint. Oh, it's because we know they're there.
They're there. They're playing.
They probably just dropped the
I was
puck.
going to say, yeah,
Yeah,
right? Look at the time.
7:08.
Yeah.
Okay, 3 stars of the weekend, Andrew. Now it's only 3 stars of the game.
3 stars. Yeah.
but,
There's really only 3 stars of the game. Yeah.
But
sure.
Andrew, who's your third star?
My third star, I am going with Mr. Jack Pridham himself.
Yeah.
He didn't get a star in the game, but I just thought that he was buzzing. He was creating chances. Basically, anytime Jack Pridham was on the ice, the play was going the other way.
Yeah.
So I got to just give our boy Jack a little shout out there as the third star.
Yeah.
Who's your third star?
Mine is Tanner Lamb.
Perfect.
And it's really about that first goal.
Yeah.
Just like we've talked about the revenge tour of Tanner Lamb.
He had 2 assists.
And he had 2 assists. And this moment is just, he can be everything on the ice now.
Yep.
He's defensively responsible because that's exactly how this play developed. Was he was defensively responsible, took the puck, he was able to drive it. We never saw him do this in this degree last year.
No.
And this is like a massive leap forward for Tanner Lamb.
Yeah.
So I'm loving it.
For sure.
Who's your second star?
Okay, we just talked about him. Jakub Chromiak is my second star for everything that he didn't do, which was he didn't let chances go in the net,
Yeah.
basically. He broke up chances. He played really well. We talked about him at length.
Yeah.
I'll throw it over to you.
Yeah, my second star is also Jakub Chromiak, so
Exactly.
no argument for me. Who's your first star?
Has to be our boy, friend of the pod, Christian Humphreys.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Easy, right?
Yeah.
Christian Humphreys, we also talked about him, had a phenomenal game.
Unreal.
I'm super excited because last year he had the most points per game out of like the games played that he was present for. So I'm excited that he's just picked right back up, and he's such a good dude. And we had a chance to talk to him after the game, and it was great to see him, and he was excited to see us.
Yeah, I know.
And,
Way happier to see us than I expected.
yeah. And I want to give a special honorable mention. We don't normally do this to Cameron Arquette because I did notice in the game log he had 5 dangerous scoring chances. All 5 of his scoring chances, he had a goal.
Yeah.
But all 5 of his scoring chances were considered dangerous
Yeah.
by the official OHL scorer.
He is a menace.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never see that.
Considering last year he was like a shutdown guy.
Yeah.
And now he's just blossomed into this like guy who like with the puck on his stick, that might be going top corner.
Where Papa hides the Cheetos.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good honorable mention. Yeah, it was really nice to see the Christian after the game, and we
Yeah.
saw Pridham too.
We saw Sean. We saw the whole gang, and we saw the juice.
The Juice,
We saw the juice see us, and we just shrunk into
Yes.
the corner.
I'm not a tall man, but I'm shorter now.
That's a good one. I'm not a tall man, but I'm shorter now. Yep. Somebody from the Rangers was just like, who do you want to talk to? And we're like, maybe not him.
No.
We do. Long term.
At
But
some
we
point-
have to mentally prepare.
Yeah.
Listen, maybe around championship time. Maybe.
Yes. Yeah. I think that's the only way.
Yeah.
Okay. Andrew, we got 3 games to talk about for next week. So we have not had a 3-game week yet. And like we said, we have to recap 4 games next week. So
Yeah,
we're going to be on fast mode next week.
we are.
Okay. Friday night, we're away. We're not at the Aud.
Oh,
We're in Sioux.
we will miss you. All of our friends we see at the Aud.
Yes. And then Saturday, we're also away.
By the way, that Friday game is free on YouTube. So if you don't have Flow Hockey
Great.
and you don't have Rogers TV, you can watch it on YouTube.
Watch the Sioux on you.
The SooTube.
The Sioux Tube. Yeah, rebrand YouTube.
Dude,
Get on there. Google. Get on it.
I don't know. I feel like they can use that.
Yeah.
They should use that. Yeah.
Saturday, we're also away. We're in Saginaw. Feel like that's a long ways to go. The Sioux to Saginaw?
I think the Sioux to anywhere is
Yeah.
a long ways to go.
True.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then Tuesday next week, we are home in
Ooh.
Guelph.
Interesting.
Or against Guelph.
We normally record on Tuesdays,
I know,
so we
but-
might have to.
Maybe we'll do an in the Aud record.
Do you want that? Say it in the comments. Tell us in the comments.
An opinion-based comment. What do you want us to do?
What do you want us to do? You want us to record from the Aud?
Yeah.
We'll do it.
We'll do it. They might not let us, but we'll do it.
We'll do
I'll
it.
go out
No-
in handcuffs doing it.
No video.
No
I
video.
think is what I understand.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think they'd. I don't think they'd know if we're. I don't know.
We'll talk.
Yeah.
Okay, Sioux, 5-3-0-0 is their current record. They're 7th in the OHL Power
They
Rankings.
played so many games.
I know. So the Rangers, as of right now, they've only played 5. They are playing their 6th game tonight.
Yeah.
Flint also had only played 5. It's a weird schedule. They're 8 games. They're gonna be at 10 games before the Rangers hit 8 games.
Yeah.
It's
really weird.
I'm not really sure.
But it all evens out.
Jordan Sharon, I'm boldly saying his name.
Yeah, sure.
From Air. Great pizza in Air.
Oh yeah.
Jordan Sharon is a Pittsburgh Penguins prospect, taken 5th round this summer at the NHL draft. 8 goals and 12 points in 8 games
Already.
already.
Wow. Well, that'll be exciting to see him play some hockey.
And they're mostly 5-on-5 points.
Wow.
He only has 1 or 2 power play points. Like,
That's great. I'd be really open to some 5-on-5 pressure because the power play stuff was killing me with his Owen sound.
yeah, it'd be
Yeah.
nice to play 5-on-5.
Yeah.
It sounds like they like playing 5-on-5.
Sure.
At least Jordan Sharon. Anyways, that's all I have to say about the Sioux. I was like looking at this guy. I'm like, what the? I don't remember. His name does not sound
I feel
familiar
like
to me at all.
I feel like if it's spelled the way that I think it's spelled, yeah, I do remember him, but not as like a key piece.
Yeah.
But again, he would have been younger last year.
He would have been young. Last year would have been his draft year.
Absolutely, yeah.
So,
Yeah, I mean, he had 21 points in 48 games last year. So
yeah, and he has 12 points in 8 games.
yeah,
this year,
so it's I think a lot happens developmentally between the draft year and then the first year after that. It
For
seems
sure.
like even if you say don't get drafted,
Mhm.
it still happens.
yeah.
Yeah. Tanner Lamb Revenge Tour
Yes.
reference there.
And
Yeah.
I don't know why I have a soft spot for the Sioux, so I'm just like happy they have a really good player.
Well,
I was like,
mean,
oh, this is great.
it'll be interesting to see if Brady Martin is back. I don't know if he's been reassigned.
He's playing opening night for the Preds.
That's awesome. I'm rooting for him,
yeah.
being that he's from Elora, Ontario. If you're listening in another part of the country, which I know some of you are,
Tell us in the comments.
tell us in the comments where you're listening from. Yeah.
I don't want to steal the OHL podcast thing, but
No, we're not doing a check-in. Just comment.
Yeah.
We're just trying to drive engagement.
Saginaw away game Saturday night.
Yeah.
Their record is 2-1, 3-1. They got all the numbers in all the places. They're 14th in the OHL power rankings. And okay, so we talked about Jordan Sharon.
Yeah.
There's 2 players
Yeah.
who have more points than Jordan Sharon. It's
Yeah.
also these 3 players collectively are the 3 top scorers in the OHL right now.
Yeah.
So that's fun thing. So we got.
So we've gone from elite goalies,
yes,
to now elite scorers,
elite forwards.
Yeah.
So we have Nikita Klepnov, who has 13 points, 7 goals in 7 games, and then Igor Barabanov, who has 12 points, 6 goals in 7 games, and they play together.
Klipov and Barabanov. I love it.
Where are these
Import
guys from?
drafts.
Import drafts. Yeah, that's a thing.
That's exciting.
So that'll be a fun game. It's crazy that they have that many points and they still have a negative goal differential.
Here's
So I'm
my
like,
thing,
okay.
though, is I feel like I'm prepared for some shootouts.
Oh yeah,
I'm excited. I think the Rangers have the depth to go toe-to-toe with anyone.
Yeah.
I don't think the Rangers, this early on, because so many guys were gone,
Yeah.
are going to have point totals like this yet.
No.
But they have horses like this. Like, we know the stable is full of guys who could have 12 and 13 points already.
Yeah, for sure. We have guys that might get there by 7 games.
Absolutely.
Because I've only played 5.
We have guys who are scoring 2 points a game.
Yeah.
So let's go.
Yeah. The points per game is on par with these guys. Being able to do that consistently, even for 2 more games, is like impressive.
Yeah.
And then we see Guelph at home. Their record is 3-2-1-0, which is a fun thing to write down.
Yeah.
They are 12th in the power rankings. They were not on the power rankings last year, so good for you, Guelph.
Yeah, they're here.
Now, there's a couple things to say about Guelph, and neither of them are maybe that positive. Not much about this team pops off the page,
Sure.
but also they're getting contributing stats from like the whole team,
Right.
which is like remembering the beginning of the season last year for the Rangers.
Yeah.
It was the same thing. It was like, yeah, there's nobody like coming out of the woodwork being this elite scorer, but it's everybody's contributing, and that's why they have a positive record right now.
Yeah, and they have 3 or
team's
4
together.
guys who've been drafted
Yeah.
to the NHL.
For sure.
Probably most. I apologize if I'm missing somebody, but probably most notably Ethan Medema from Coburg, Ontario, was Buffalo 4th round, but also Quinn Beauchene round 5 with Pittsburgh. I just remember every time I remember Quinn Beauchene because he makes an impression. He's a good skater, good defenseman.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, Guelph.
Guelph.
It's our
We got
Battle of Highway 7.
We got to pummel them
Yeah.
so that they don't give them the Memorial Cup. And by the time, of course, this will be released, it's like they'll tell tomorrow who gets the Memorial Cup, and then this will be all
obsolete.
drivel. Yeah,
As-
obsolete.
As is usual.
As is 24 hours after we've released.
Every time.
Yeah, every time.
Without fail.
Yeah.
Oh, and the only other thing I wanted to mention in this is I know Flint, we're playing tonight.
Flint!
Firebirds! Nathan Aspinall was named the captain today.
There you go.
So
with the
pregame,
absence of Connor Clattenburg, who has
Yeah.
gone to the AHL.
he's playing. So
Yep.
good for them. Andrew, new segment alert.
New segment.
We talked about this already. We are going to do Aud History this year.
Aud History. I'm actually so excited for this segment.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to learn stuff that isn't really available on the internet.
Yes.
Like we're actually bringing stuff, not us particularly,
Definitely not.
other more well-respected members of this wonderful fan base and community are bringing it. We're just the vessel.
Correct.
I'm excited.
So we have our first Aud History entrant today. It's from friend of the pod, Mike Farwell. Has been around the Aud basically his entire life.
Yep.
So yeah, we're gonna hear from him now.
We are. I think so.
Cut to
I think any one of us who has grown up in the city of Kitchener could fill an entire episode of this podcast with stories. So I'll try to keep it short, but boy, oh boy, do I love the Memorial Auditorium. So yes, my bias will show through here. First of all, I missed that grand entrance on East Avenue under that beautiful facade. You'd walk in from East Avenue, the ticket windows would be right there. In behind those ticket windows, that narrow little hallway you'd go to buy Rangers booster tickets for your ad at the game. The portrait of the Queen that hung on a wall that would have been over the left shoulder of the visiting goaltender. Boy, I miss that portrait. I think she's in storage somewhere in Kitchener. And when we would go to games, we would pop popcorn at home first, put it in a brown paper bag, and carry it right into the rink with us. Of course, the popcorn was so hot, it left blotches all over this bag. And when we got to eat it, the popcorn wasn't quite as warm, and it was a little bit soggy, but it was still the best popcorn you'd ever want to taste. A couple of my favorite memories. One is when we would drive to the games, my dad would take us. We lived in the Mount Hope Cemetery neighborhood. So driving across the city felt to me like we were going on this big adventure to go to this big hockey arena. And we'd get there and I'd insist to my dad, we got to sit right down at ice level, right at those seats at the glass. I wasn't the biggest kid. I'm not the biggest adult, but I wanted to be right there at the glass. And I thought I could see a little bit better if I left my seat in the upright position and just sat on the little edge of it. Well, I was doing that one night, and an usher came over to me and said, I can't let you keep sitting like that. If you'll sit in your seat properly, I've got some pucks for you. So I did sit in my seat properly. He brought me a whole bag of pucks. I guess they were practice pucks. I don't know, but all kinds of junior hockey team logos on them, a Boston Bruins puck. I thought it was the coolest thing. And when I started playing pickup hockey with my friends the next day, and for weeks later, I was the provider of pucks thanks to that usher at the Kitchener Memorial Auditorium. One of my other favorite memories is the organist. Yes, there used to be an organist at the Aud. You could see him sitting in his little room through this opening in the wall, and it turns out my dad knew him. He was a fellow teacher of my father's at St. Jerome's and St. Mary's High School in Kitchener. Bruce Cameron was the organist's name, and because my dad knew him, we could go over to the organist's room during intermissions and visit with Mr. Cameron. Let me tell you, going into that room, I felt like I had the keys to the best part of the city. One of my other favorite memories. I could go on and on, but the Kitchener Memorial Auditorium, I hope, goes on and on. What a beautiful arena. What a lifetime of memories it's created for us here in the city.
Yeah. I just love hearing about Mike's like childhood stories of the Aud. Like,
Yeah,
it is so important to so many people for all exactly the same reasons that Mike brought up.
Yeah, it was really cool. Just like, but it really showed the human element, like the community element, like bringing, like him getting that puck from the usher and thinking that like the organist's room was like the secret place. I can remember as a kid, you'd build things up like that. But like the way he speaks about the Aud, you can tell that it's always been this kind of like magical place.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited to have like a kid of my own that is going to be able to go and just feel like this is this big, cavernous, wonderful place where people get together and get really excited about Rangers hockey.
Yeah.
So thank you, Mike.
Yeah.
Those were
so
wonderful
much, Mike.
stories.
Yep. And if you have stories like Mike, like we'd love to share those as well. So like
Absolutely.
we're going to keep doing segments like this with Mike and with some other members of the community.
Yeah.
But if you have a story that you would like to send us, shoot us an email, send us on social media. Like we'll happily send us a voice memo. We'll put it in. If you want to send a video, we'll also put that in.
I mean, it's one of those things that like if we get an outpouring, we won't be able to do everybody, but we'd love to have that problem because we could always still just put it on social media. Or if you don't feel comfortable recording something, you could write something and we can read it. So there's many avenues. We just want to experience more Aud history.
Yes, please send us your Aud history. Speaking of sending us your Aud history, how can you do that, Andrew?
Well, you can email us. We never talk about this, but you can email us, theaudpodcast@gmail.com. We'll have a cooler, more professional email soon, I promise. But right now, we're still rocking with the Gmail address.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's where we're at. In our infancy. That's where we're at.
Where else can you find us?
On TikTok and Instagram and YouTube. On TikTok and Instagram at The Aud Podcast, and on YouTube, just search The Aud Pod. We come right up.
Yeah, we're like legit.
Yeah, you can Google us now. It's crazy.
Yeah.
In fact, again, I still am getting results where I Googled something to look up like a player, and we would talked about him, and there we are in the Google results, and I'm like, this is weird.
Yeah.
This is weird. This is like now people are looking up prospects. Oh no,
they're getting our videos.
They're getting our opinions, our scouting report.
Yikes.
Which is great because we only say glowing things about great dudes.
Of course.
Yeah.
Also, just this is not our normal thank yous, but thank you to everybody who comes up to us and says hello at the Aud. Like the last few weeks, we've had at least one person every week come up and say, hey, love listening. I listen to it while I'm at work and I'm getting my husband into it now.
Best.
Thank you.
Yeah. If you see us, say
something.
Hi. Say hi.
Yeah.
It's if we said something and you want to correct us, do it. It's great. We had people in the comments do it already. We love it because we're learning. It's Sean grabbed us and we didn't feel threatened at all because we literally didn't know. And if you Google about that like professional OHL rule, nothing comes up.
Yeah, we can't find that. That's just because it's not a rule. So you can't find the rule.
You can't find the absence of a rule.
Yeah, correct. So we appreciate any and all knowledge we gain from everybody and just hearing about how you found us or how you started listening and or tell us what you want us to do.
Yeah, if you have ideas, that's great.
Yeah, we love all that. Okay, thank you to Ken Bourne, Director of
Yes,
Branding and Marketing.
Papa Bourne coming through all the time, making us look good,
Yep.
or as good as we can look.
Our accounts look professional, even if we don't.
Yes, yeah, from the very beginning, we fooled them all.
Of course, we got to shout out our prodigal producer, Liam.
The Phenom.
Tim.
I don't know why I went Phenom. Tim, can you fix that? Can you
Tim,
make my inflection go down?
Make that sound better.
Phenom. Phenom. Tim is a phenom of a different kind.
Sounding.
Yeah.
Sound
Yep.
things. And of course, the Kitchener Public Library.
Home away from home.
Yeah, thank you for having us this week. And Andrew, as always, you can't find us this Friday, but
No.
maybe next Tuesday you
Maybe
can find us
Tuesday.
at
The Kitchener Memorial Auditorium.
See you at the Aud.
Go Jays.